And Mr. Dessler, do you have any additional items that you plan to enter into the record here when we have the hearing?
Yeah, I'm still working on getting it figured out on my Ring camera when he entered the house illegally. So hopefully I can get that sent over as well when he verbally threatened to kill me in front of my son in our home, forcing us to leave that day.
Today, in Judge Washington's court, we have a termination of tenancy hearing involving a squatter refusing to leave. We also have follow-up from a previous hearing posted on March 22nd. That case was about a landlord that allegedly tried illegally evicting his tenant and threatened to kill him. Thank you for watching, and let's get into the video.
Yep. Okay. Go.
The district court is now back in session. The court will recall actually the case of Victoria Newell versus Lamar Whaley, case number 23C0807.
Your Honor, Mr. Whaley's camera froze, but we weren't getting too far.
All right. Mr. Whaley, do you want to speak with legal counsel and come back here next week? You're muted, sir. Please unmute.
I'm sorry about that. I'm in the back where I'm at. There's not a good signal, so my phone cut off. So I had to sign back in.
Well, she said that you weren't getting very far in your meeting anyway. Do you want to speak with legal counsel, sir, before we proceed?
I mean, I have no problem with that. If I speak with legal counsel, if I move out there prior to that, is that going to be an issue?
Sir, I can't give you legal advice. That's probably why you should talk to legal. Okay.
I mean, okay, yeah, I can speak with them.
All right.
Your Honor.
Yes.
I just want to say a couple of things before we go off. Ms. Newell is a single mom of 2 young kids. She has been staying from hotel to relatives to friends' homes because of the situation. She asked Mr. Whaley to stay at her home just while she's out of town.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Detective test determined that was a lie.
Ma'am, we're not having a hearing today. He's entitled to a 1-week adjournment to speak with legal counsel. Okay, so I can't change what's going to happen today. So
thank you.
As well, come back and serve. Please don't interrupt me again, and don't interrupt her. Okay. So we're going to come back here on. Are you alleging this is a trespass case?
It is, in a sense, that he will not leave the property, and the police has been there at the location several times.
Look at my new house. It's going to be great. As soon as the police get out.
Well, George, it's going to fit me real nice, bro. Appreciate the hookup.
Remember, there's rules. You got to get permission to live in somebody else's house.
Ms. Newell has even moved back into her place with him there. It's just been a very disheartening situation.
So there's an allegation, sir, that you're a trespasser. If it is found that you're a trespasser, they're entitled to get an immediate judgment. You can lower your hand, sir. I can see you. They're entitled to get an immediate judgment against you. You do have 1 week in which to seek legal counsel, but if you are not gone next week and it is found that you are a trespasser, then they will get an immediate writ to remove you from that home. Do you understand that? Now, what would you like to say, sir?
Oh, I just wanted to counter with what she was saying because that is a lie.
We're not in the middle of a hearing today, just like I just told her, sir. I'm telling you, I'm reading from what's on the complaint here. So I'm advising you of what your situation is, which is a little different than most. So you'll be fully informed when you come back. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'll see everybody here next week on April the 5th, 2023. And that'll be at 3:30. There will be no adjournments.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. And if they're, she's gone.
God, Dick, it was so creepy.
All right, the court will call the case of Mohana Dahabra versus Joshua Detzler, case number 23C0478.
Good afternoon. This is Mohamed Dahabra.
Yes, ma'am. Joshua Detzler.
All right. Will both parties please raise their hands so they can be sworn at this time? Mr. Detzler, do you have the ability to turn on your camera, sir?
No, I don't.
Is your hand raised, sir?
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm, do both of you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
I do.
Thank you. All right, so first of all, I presume that the parties have not been able to reach an agreement in this case?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Detzler, last time you were here, sir, you indicated that you were moving. Did that happen yet?
Yeah, I moved a while ago. I mentioned that I moved out on the 6th.
Okay. All right. So at this point, we're just here regarding what Mr. Dahabra is requesting to be monetary damages.
Yeah, I just got a list of what he's saying was damaged last night. So I really haven't had a chance to even look at him or talk to an attorney about it or anything.
All right. Mr. Dahabra, it does appear that you filed this itemized list of damages yesterday at 8:35 a.m.
That is correct. And I do have a supplemental list, as a matter of fact, for a couple of issues that we have discovered and the water bill.
Do you have pictures of what you are claiming as damages, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I have a whole bunch of multiple pictures and a complete 2.5-minute video.
Have you provided those to him?
I have not.
You have to provide that to him before you can submit these to the court.
They are large files because of the format, so I'm not sure what's the best way to share that information. I may put it on my OneDrive. If you have access to OneDrive, then I'm okay with that.
Prosecution's case is circumstantial and coincidental. Thank you.
Well,
Or I can provide it to the. Sorry.
go ahead, sir.
No, I was going to say, or I can provide the link to the OneDrive to court, and then if he can get it from the court, or I can CC him on it. I'm more than, just like I did with the list, but I'm definitely more than happy to provide the video and all the pictures. If I have to put them on a CD drive and drop it off at the court, I'm more than willing to do that as well.
All right. Mr. Detzler, what format works best for you? Will a link work? Do you have access to OneDrive, sir?
A link is fine.
All right. So if you could send the link to the court and then provide a CC him on that so that he has that.
We will do that.
It looks like here, I'm not having a hearing now, but I just want to make sure you have collecting and hauling away furniture, clothes, and food and garbage in the amount of $660.
Yes.
Repair damaged walls, replace damaged stove, replace broken bathroom towel holder,
Yes.
replace damaged windows, missing blinds, replace light fixture in the kitchen, replace damaged bath curtain rod, and replace missing fridge drawer, and clean soil floors, fridge, microwave, kitchen counter, toilets, sinks, and bathtub.
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct. I do have other list if you want me to display it, but I'll leave it up to you, Your Honor.
I think you need to give that to him.
Yeah, will do.
And his counterclaim, in essence, sir, is that he was constructively evicted from your premises there.
I'm not sure how.
I'm explaining to you, sir. Because let me finish talking.
Sorry.
because you threatened to kill him and he had to move. He's provided, and I hope, sir, Mr. Dessler, you provided him with a copy of this text message that you submitted to the court, wherein you text him, or who purports to be him, saying you illegally opened my door and entered into my lease house, et cetera, et cetera. I'm sure you're familiar with that text. And Mr. DeHabra, your response to that text.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not asking for testimony about that today. All I'm simply saying is I am in possession of this. Is Mr. DeHabra in possession of this?
I do have it, Your Honor. I do have a complete list of messages. This is a portion of the list.
All right.
I could provide the court the complete list of messages.
You, what you decide to do about what evidence you're entering into the court's record is up to you, sir. But anything needs to be provided to this court before we start the hearing.
Absolutely.
All right. So when will you be providing him with your list of pictures and your list of additional items, Mr. DeHabra?
I should be able to provide the link tonight.
And you're also going to provide him with the rest of the text messages that you plan to submit to the court?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And, yep, the video, sorry.
Go ahead.
The video, all the pictures, the complete list of the text messages, and the new discovered items, and the water bill.
And the water bill.
Yes.
And Mr. Dessler, do you have any additional items that you plan to enter into the record here when we have the hearing?
Yeah, I'm still working on getting it figured out on my Ring camera when he entered the house illegally. So hopefully I can get that sent over as well when he verbally threatened to kill me in front of my son in our home, forcing us to leave that day, which we were still leased to be there. So it's kind of, in my mind, he's breaking and entering.
Sir, I understand what you're saying. I'm just trying to figure out from you today when you're going to provide him with a copy of that documentation.
Hopefully I can get it taken care of in the next few days.
Everything needs to be submitted no later than Friday on both parties' part. And I don't want to have any more of this last minute filing from either side. So everyone can be prepared to have this hearing. I'm going to make that on April 5th at 3:30. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make it 3:45 just so I can get through the rest of the 3:30 docket.
Your Honor, may I?
You may.
I would like to add one more item for evidence. It's a recording. It's a voice recording. When I entered the property on March 6th.
Just make sure you provide him a copy of that.
Absolutely. It will be part
Or
of
link to it or however it's going to be. So we're all prepared with what we're going to have testimony about. Okay.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else we need to address today so that we can make sure we're ready to go at 3:45-ish on next week?
No, ma'am.
All right. All right. Everyone, please be on your best behavior in the interim time period. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, God, that was horrible.